Good evening. I am Mike Meekhof, and welcome to Meekhof Primetime. We have some breaking news that Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer and the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services has announced today that the 3-week pause set to expire on Wednesday has been extended for another 12 days. What does this mean? It means the plan to finish out fall sports next week isn't going to happen, and the season probably won't finish at all now, if you want me to be completely honest. We have a couple quotes that I think are important for you guys to see the picture on what's happening and decide for yourself what you take from these two quotes. The first one's from Governor Whitmer, who took a question from a reporter who asked about high school sports resuming and whether that could happen or not. Her response was this: as a parent of a high schooler, I believe, and as the governor of Michigan, I believe, that our first priority should be getting kids back in the classroom safely. That's what I believe is paramount. Take what you want from it. But what I took was that high school sports aren't coming back anytime soon. Just from hearing the comment, we can take away that unless students are back in classrooms, athletes won't be on the field or court. The next one is a quote from MHSA Executive Director Mark Ewell this afternoon. Again, take what you want from it. We realize the crisis our medical caregivers and first responders are navigating and understand the need to continue the pause. However, the MHSA provided a detailed plan to both Governor Whitmer and the MDHHS that would have completed fall tournaments with no spectators as safely as possible during the month of December, along with allowing winter sports practices to resume. While we are disappointed in today's announcement, we will continue to look forward as we remain committed to play three sports seasons to their conclusion. The MHSA Representative Council will meet on Wednesday of this week to chart out another plan for finishing fall and restarting winter. So on one side, the MHSA wants to continue with high school sports, while the other, Governor Whitmer and the MDHHS, think it's unsafe to resume. The problem is one side gets to decide and the other doesn't. It's like the parents wanting Scribs for dinner and the kids wanting Domino's. They can disagree all they want, but it's not gonna. The parents are gonna get their Scribs in the end. There's talks of the season resuming in the spring, but it's really not realistic considering how much time off athletes have, how much uncertainty there is around COVID. It just doesn't seem like it'll happen. And at this point, I feel it's just giving kids a lot of false hope. Next, I'd like to welcome Muskegon receiver and defensive back Tyreese Oaks to discuss more on this cancellation and his future in football. Tyreese, thanks for joining us. How you doing?
Good, and you?
Good. So just give me a reaction for the news we heard today about high school football being pushed back again. Do you think it was the right move, and do you think there's any chance for it to come back?
Uh, it could be 50-50 about it because some say it's the right move for the cases going up, and some say we could just finish it out because football weren't really raising no cases. So some say just finish out the 3 weeks. And then, I mean, on my opinion, I think we could have just finished it out. But then, as that, some would say I'm looking at that because of a player. But as you look at it, one of many cases running up because of football. So I say just finish the 3 weeks and then just focus on basketball.
Yeah, I agree with that. It was just kind of a difficult thing because on one hand, you don't have that many cases in football, but on the other hand, you have hospitals that are way overwhelmed, and it was just a tough call, I think, for everybody. And I think some sides didn't have a full understanding of it, but we are where we are. So, do you have more of a sense of closure now that you guys got to play 9 games compared to in August? It looks like you guys wouldn't have a season, or is it tougher for you this time knowing you guys were still alive in the playoffs?
Uh, I think I'm real grateful for that the 9 games that we did get to play because back in August when we wasn't gonna have a season, I ain't know how that was gonna like play out going to the spring. So I'm real grateful that we get to play 9 games, and I'm not like being a picky person about the football season because at the end of the day we still is in a pandemic, and some even colleges and a lot didn't even get to play a season. I'm grateful that we did get to play 9 games.
What was your favorite memory from this season, as well as your favorite memory in all of high school football?
My favorite memory was homecoming night when we came back playing against Zealand West. That was my favorite memory.
For your entire high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one where Miles had the punt return at the end, right?
Yeah. We came back and scored 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, I watched that. It was sweet. So on to college football. You hold several MAC offers right now. How close are you to committing?
Well, I say probably this month that I'm going to commit. Either this month or next month. It's going to be in the next January at the latest.
What do you look for when you decide whether or not to commit to a college? Are there certain factors like location, how good the program's tradition is, that type of stuff that goes into your decision?
Well, it ain't that about the location or anything. It's about the school and how the school treats you and how much that they want you and doing. Is it you just not going to fill the position and just going to come just to come play football? I want to come and be athletic and do academics, and then they got to really want me. And then like the energy that they give me, and then a look back, it's just how they communicate with me. And then the graduation rate, I look at the graduation rate a lot because it's like at the end of the day, I want to graduate from college.
That's great that you look at the graduation rate. I feel like a lot of people, kind of look past that. But uh, I don't have the list right in front of me. Do you remember off the top of your head all the places you've been offered?
Yeah, I have it in my phone. So currently I have Illinois State, Miami, Ohio, Toledo, Cincinnati, Northern Illinois, Army West Point, Western Illinois University, Urbana University, Fordham University, Central Michigan, Buffalo University, Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan University, and Eastern Kentucky.
Are those all full rides, or
Yes, all 4 rides.
do you have any gray shirt offers or anything like that, or do you just have all full rides?
All 4 rides.
That's awesome. And do you plan on playing pro football if you're lucky enough to get the chance? And if that doesn't work out, what's your backup plan?
Well, if that doesn't work out, I take the chance if I do get to play pro football. But if it don't work out, I want to be a sports trainer.
So would you want to do it with high schools, colleges, pro teams, or would it not matter?
I'd rather do high school. I feel like it's more fun in high school and then watch kids grow up. I'd rather do high school.
All right. So last question. What's your favorite memory at Muskegon that didn't happen on the football field? Your favorite memory with your team that didn't happen during a game?
My favorite memory, well, I would say homecoming, winning homecoming king, but that was with football. It's considered football. My favorite memory was, I had to say the pep rallies. The pep rallies was awesome at Muskegon, with the whole school coming together. That's one thing that I wish I would have got my senior year is the pep rally. The pep rallies be fun.
Is that the biggest thing you'd miss about your senior year, or would it be prom or homecoming? Like,
Well, I wouldn't say miss the biggest thing because missing the biggest thing is graduation. And I think we'd have graduation. But one thing that I did miss is being at school with my friends for my last year of high school.
all right, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. Best of luck the rest of your senior year.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Yeah, no problem. So the MHSA announced today that within a few days they'll have a plan for high school sports in Michigan to resume. What it looks like, will it happen, and is it realistic? We'll find out and let you know, and hopefully we know more on Wednesday. But there's just so many things, and my heart goes out to all the teams that are still left in the playoffs, especially the ones that I cover. Just to name the four: Oak Ridge, Mona Shores, Muskegon, and Montague. They all had a chance at a state championship, and right now it seems like they're not going to be able to finish their season, and I really feel bad for them, all their seniors, all their coaches, and all their players. To get it, people underestimate how, especially at those schools, how hard it is to get to the point they're at right now. I mean, I cover, I think, 22 teams in our area, and there's only 4 left. It's not an easy thing. And the thing is, every coach you talk to thinks that their program and their way is going to be the right way. And sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. And when you get that far, it says a lot about your program, and it says that you've beat some really good teams to get there. And so my heart goes out to them for all the hard work they put in, because clearly what they were doing was working. And for all the seniors that possibly played their last football game. I mean, only a little bit of them is going to go on to college, and my heart breaks for them, to put it lightly. And hopefully we get a chance to resume it in the spring, but there's just so many, and I think a lot of teams would opt out too, just because there'd be a lot of kids that go to early enrollment that have D1 offers, and that would hurt a lot of teams. None specifically from around here, but that would hurt a lot of teams. And just the fact you go that long without practicing or playing a game, it doesn't feel safe really, unless you get a lot of time to condition before that. And where are you going to fit in that time? But when we get more updates, we'll keep you updated. So please stay tuned to Meekhof Primetime. We have another episode on Wednesday. And I just want to thank you guys again, everybody who watches this. Really, I would not be doing this if nobody watched it. So thank you guys. You guys really drive me to get up, write the script for this, invite the guests on. I just really appreciate you all. So as always, please stay safe and keep the faith.